I'm losing my house to foreclosure and feels like my life is over. I am married, have 3 kids, and have pets. Combined, my husband and I make good money. We fell on really hard times during COVID and had a forbearance in place, then modified our loan. We have been paying on the modification on time each month and received no notifications or letters that our house was up for auction. However, my father has received texts from people wanting to help with foreclosure. Lo and behold, I see our house on an auction site set for August. What's it like in foreclosure? Are you able to rebuild after? Will I ever have a house again? Am I fucked? My mind is all over the place. Also, why would I have not received any notice at all? Edit: in Harris County, Texas. Edit 2: we modified our loan after the forbearance the first time and the paperwork was fudged because the first mortgage company was selling out to another. We had the auction halted the first time and had the modification reinstated, and have been on time ever since we signed for modification. That sounds like bullshit. Your bank would have sent you multiple letters saying the loan is in default, and once the foreclosure starts they have to serve you notice. Make sure it's not a scam. Call the bank about your loan. It's unlikely that this is real. Someone said foreclosure notices only come via certified mail, and that is correct. If you were paying, then it's highly unlikely that your lender is coming after you since you had a deal in place. As far as foreclosure goes, if this is real, you can try a short sale. You will be fine after. Lots of people have dealt with foreclosure. All it means is that you may have to move to an apartment, maybe have someone sleep in the living room on the couch. You'll survive. You can absolutely rebuild. It sucks, but your life isn't over by a long shot. You receive certified mail about foreclosures, not text messages to your dad. Have you called the bank to discuss the loan and your options for saving the house? Have you spoken with a lawyer? This doesn't make any sense if you worked with your lender to modify the loan legitimately, and you've been paying on time. Have you talked to the bank to figure out how this happened? I would call the lender and ask for the loss mitigation or foreclosure department. Let them know you have seen your home up for auction. Ask for a reinstatement letter. If one doesn't exist, you should be fine. If there is one, you'll see the amount owed. I almost lost my townhome due to foreclosure from my HOA. I had arrears of $629 and sent their lawyer a certified check. The lawyer lost the check apparently. They taped a foreclosure notice to the front door which I never used. I was never served. Thank God a neighbor knocked on my front door. For some reason I saw the notice 3 days before foreclosure. I paid the arrears again, barely saved my paid-off home from auction. Apparently in Harris County, Texas, it is that easy to lose your home. Are you sure that your father is getting scam texts? Sure sounds like. The reason they're texting your dad is because the scammers couldn't find your number, or are mistaking them for you. Talk to the mortgage company and then only. Surely a person trying to help with the auction would be willing to meet face to face. The scammer won't. Also, if you pay property tax, either through your lender or not, you might want to call to make sure the government is actually getting the payments. I have seen the counties in our state that will auction homes for back taxes. Also heard a story where a person had paid the money to their mortgage company, but something happened and the mortgage company never actually sent the taxes to the government. Auction sites aren't infallible. Info likely deemed reliable but not guaranteed. And they could have simply not cleaned up their database. Step 1: to resolve the problem you have instituted by calling the mortgage holder. Take a deep breath and see what they say. Whatever they tell you, ask for it in writing if they can. Will do that. Our lender was constantly sending shit during forbearance. Multiple phone calls per week, letters, emails, offers and notices towards the end. We've had a total of 3 lenders over the course of this house: initial buy, sold to new company, refinance with another. All 3 make noises for every little thing. Your lender should be doing the same. Sounds like a scam, but check anyways. If your lender confirms, ask for proof they sent notice. They have to prove you were notified. What state are you in? You might consider asking about the legitimacy of the foreclosure process since you've not been notified and what to do next on our legal advice. Or better yet, call a local lawyer or your state's legal aid society. Call whoever is servicing your loan ASAP. They will be the ones who will tell you if your home is going up for auction. You need to stay on top of these people, especially if you modified your loan. Sometimes they will put your up on auction websites and forget to remove it in a good time after your loan is modified. If you guys are in fact about to lose your home, sell it before it goes to auction. Or at least get into contract and notified your loan servicer that you are in contract so they can postpone the auction. Sounds like a phishing scam. You'll call the number they give you in texts and they'll scam you. Were you served a notice? This post is sort of all over the place. If you really are facing foreclosure, I'd find a realtor to help you sell the house ASAP. They can negotiate with the bank to go into short sale instead of a foreclosure which, yes, will ruin you financially. But the bank doesn't want that either. It's expensive. They lose a little less money on a short sale. Find a realtor experienced with foreclosures short sales. PM me. I foreclosed on my house at 35. It was the best thing to happen to me in hindsight. I'm not going to post all my details here, but happy to talk through with you privately. Look up the public records on the county's clerk of court's website as well as do a court case search for whomever name is on the house. Things like foreclosures don't just get done under the table. There will have to be court records as the bank is actually suing you over the loan. This stinks to high heaven of a scam. If you are 30-60 days late on your mortgage, your lender will send you a notice of default. And NOD says you have 30 days to bring your mortgage current, and if not, they will begin foreclosure proceedings. In my area, this takes 6-9 months. Wait 1 month until you are on the sheriff's sale docket, then file for bankruptcy will buy you another 2-3 months. Foreclosure is mentally devastating, but it is not the end of the world. You can file for bankruptcy and still keep your home. Talk to a realtor who works with short sales, foreclosure and bankruptcy homes to get expert guidance. I haven't read all the comments, but I see some grappling about leap ending and whether or not it's required, but typically recorded documents are public record. I just googled Harris County recorded documents search. First result is your county clerk's recorded documents search. Check it out and enter your name to see if anything has been recorded. I had a similar situation where Wells Fargo tried to do the same. I mentioned it to my divorce attorney, she looked at the paperwork and sent them a short letter that took care of it. CA an attorney. My parents' house was foreclosed on and they filed for bankruptcy around 2010. They have 5 children. It was a stressful time in our household. They rented for a few years and now they own a home and live a comfortable financial life. It's devastating, I know, but life works out. I'll be thinking of you. You are still young. Don't prolong the situation if it is impossible to keep up. Walk away and rebuild. I have a friend who lost her house in 2008 foreclosure when she was in her early 30s. She owns a house now and paid attention to what she was signing the second time. Walking away from a bad deal is sometimes the best option. Talk to an attorney, something seems off. You could sell to an investor and make some money before the sale. You could sell and rent it from them for 12 months or so. There may be options. Were you making payments? Take the advice. Call the bank, work it out. They want paid and you have options. Like others said, make sure this is not a scam. If you are making payments, it should not go into foreclosure. If this is not the case and all other negotiation fails and they have not foreclosed on the house yet, you could try to find a buyer familiar with subject to purchasing. Essentially, they will catch you up on your late payments and take over the deed. You will not have the house unless you rent it back from them at a higher price, but at least you won't take the hit on your credit. Good luck.